Hello and welcome to another JFrog how-to video. In this short video, I will show how to upload generic builds from your file system using the JFrog CLI. For this short demo, I will assume you already have your JFrog CLI installed and configured to work against your Artifactory server. First, let's take a look at my mock build setup. Here, we have the modules folder and we have the dependencies folder. What we're going to do is we're going to upload the dependencies, add them to our build info manifest, upload our build module and add them to our build manifest. We will collect environment variables. We will upload our build and we will then promote our build. So let's start by uploading the dependencies. So we will start by adding our dependencies to the build manifest. Build add dependencies. And then I'll just give the build name and number and where I want to take the dependencies from. There we go. We have successfully added our dependencies to the build manifest. What we will do next is to upload the dependencies to Artifactory. Now, this step is optional. It is not mandatory, but I find it is best practice to have the dependencies next to my build artifacts on the Artifactory server. So, JFrog upload, and then we'll add our dependencies. Again, sorry, this time without the build name and number because I'm just uploading the files. And we're done. Now what I'm going to do is to upload the build modules. What I'm going to do again is JFrog RT upload and give it the location modules. And then again, I'm putting the path to where I want the files to be uploaded to, and then the build name and the build number. And success. Next step is to collect the environment variables. So we will go with JFrog RT build collect environment. And again, the build name and build number. This is basically the only reference that we need throughout this process. Collecting the environment variables, then we will publish the build info, build publish, again, build name and build number. Now, what I'm going to do next is to show you that the build was successfully published with all the artifacts to Artifactory. And then we will go back to the terminal. We will promote this build and show you how this build was promoted to the relevant repository. On my Artifactory server, I will go to the builds tab. I will go to my how to build. And I can see that I have one build here. I can see that I have 6 artifacts, 7 dependencies. And of course, if I wish, I can drill down, look at the artifacts, look at the dependencies. I can even inspect the environment variables that were collected during this build process, of course. And of course, I can go into the artifact browser and see the artifacts. By the way, I can always look at the build association here in the produced by or used by. Okay, depending over here, we have the dependencies as used by the how to build. Okay, let's go back to the terminal and promote our build to see where it stands. Okay, so we're back at the terminal. Let me just clear my screen so we be a bit cleaner here. Okay, now as I said, the last step is that now that I'm satisfied with the status of my build is to promote it. So again, JFrog RT, now it's build promote, okay? But please notice that now I'm adding a few more fields. I not only have the build name and the build number, it's where I want the artifact to be promoted to, the status of the promotion, because of course I can have multiple promotion steps, and whatever comment I want to add to this build. Promote it, there we go. Now we'll go back to the Artifactory server. Okay, we'll go back to the builds tab. We'll go back to the how to build. And now I would like to go to the release history. And over here, I can see the status of the build that I just mentioned, where I promoted it to, and the comment that I added, who did the promotion, and when. That's it. That was my short video on how to use the JFrog CLI in order to upload generic builds from your file system. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have enjoyed. Feel free to leave your comments, feedback, or questions in the comments section below.